to order, stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stephanie? Angela?
Yeah.
Shelley?
Yes.
Jenny?
Here.
Carol?
Yes.
Jeff?
Here.
I don't know if anybody did any corrections to the minutes. Anybody do corrections?
Just on the email that she sent out.
Yeah, I just got the ones that I had already fixed and it was like in white so you guys couldn't see it, but I could see it on my end, so they were fixed. The ones they caught, yeah.
All right, so move for motion for the reading of the minutes.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Jeff? Jenny?
Yes.
Move for motion to
Angela? Yeah. And Stephanie? Okay.
move for a motion to accept July 13th, 2026 minutes.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Carol?
Yes.
Angela?
Yeah.
Shelley?
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Move for a motion to pay bills.
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
Angela?
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Jenny?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
And then we'll move on to resident and then guest concerns, take assignment.
My questions were for the administrator, so I'm going to skip.
Nathan assignment.
Just, the water rate increases last week, or last meeting, do you guys think you handled it proper by not doing 3 readings and letting residents know instead of just doing what you did?
I'll address that.
No, I'm asking the council, not you.
No, the solicitor was gonna address that in his report. He can address it now if you'd like.
I suppose we can wait. And then the next question or statement is, you guys voted down a couple months ago about Northwest Water, is that correct? You're going to it, right? You guys decided not to go that direction,
Never really came to a vote.
but you decided not to continue going forward with it, correct?
That was well, yeah.
Okay, all right. So every time you guys raise our water rates for the ditch water you make us drink, remember that. You can move on.
Thank you.
Carol Burning,
That'd be me. I have a statement for Carol.
do we do that? She'll let us speak for Carol.
Well, she's in the hospital, so I just have a statement that she would like me to read. Would you like to read it?
Don't know if there's an issue with it.
This is from Carol Burning only, not the person presenting this. I cannot present this myself as I am currently in Cleveland Clinic having heart surgery after having a heart attack a few days ago. Ordinance proposed by Arcadia Village Council making it illegal to feed feral cats. I have retained legal counsel to represent myself and others to prove that this is illegal and officially cruelty to animals. This will happen no matter my personal outcome. Per my attorney, there are several ordinances and Ohio Supreme Court decisions making this cruelty to animals. I paid for this information. The village solicitor should already be aware of this and can provide his own documentation. Understand, this litigation will proceed no matter my personal health outcome. Carol Burning.
Okay, Adam Duckett.
Yeah, I don't have anything.
Okay. So,
I just had to, throw up some papers, I actually gave them to Brian, if you guys want to pass them out. Just to update on what's going on with the Microsoft email and stuff. Been working through some tax paperwork, with myself, the supplier, Microsoft, and now I got the information from Amy today for the, tax exempt stuff. So we're just about there. We're gonna work on getting the domain registrar information so we can make some changes to the domain, to show, so it, references your guys' Village of Arcadia, domain for the email addresses. Hopefully, I'm hoping to have the licenses purchased and everything's, ready to go to start installing on, setting up on people's phones by the end of this week. I'll get with Amy once I get the licenses and everything configured to get a hold of you guys, to plan out a best time to get it on your devices, or however you wanna go about that. The other thing is I brought in a quote for, it would be technically 9/1. Microsoft, as of 9/1, Microsoft is increasing their rates for all their licensing. So the original quote that I gave you was $25 a month. It went up to $30 a month. So that's just in that quote is the updated pricing. Obviously, I didn't bill you for last month because haven't got it set up yet. But probably that first bill will now be $30 for the month. So I just brought that up so you guys could go over it, make sure it still fits in with the needs. I didn't wanna jump into this and it not work out with the budget and everything, so. That's the information I had. If anybody has questions or anything like that, if you guys are okay with it, we'll keep moving forward with doing the email and stuff. It's just one of those, make everybody aware of the price increases. Unfortunately, Microsoft forces us to sell licensing at a certain price, so I can't discount it, so.
all right, well, we have that in, old business,
Okay.
so we'll discuss it there.
Sure.
And Carol McDonald.
Members of council and residents, I want to take a few minutes tonight to address something that had happened very upsetting to me personally. I recently learned that there was a concern brought to the Ethics Committee regarding a $20 thank you gift and note that I gave to 4 of our summer employees. I want to be very clear about what happened. I gave a $20 out of my own pocket. It was simply a personal gesture of the appreciation and thank you for their hard work during this summer at 100-degree weather at times. It was not payment for anything at all. It was not intended to influence anyone. There was absolutely no expectation for anything to come back in return. What has bothered me the most is not that someone may have a question about it. If someone had concerns, I would have much preferred that person come to me directly and ask me about it. I would have gladly explained exactly what I had done and why. Instead, a fellow council member went behind my back, took the matter to the Ethics Committee, and before giving me an opportunity to explain myself. I found it deeply disappointing and hurtful. You took something good and made it ugly. I believe that we, as members of this council, have the responsibility to communicate with each other honestly and directly. We don't have to agree on everything. I don't expect that. We can question each other's decisions, but I believe we owe each other the basic courtesy of having consideration before making accusations or taking the matter outside of this council. I also want to make it clear that I take my responsibilities as a council member very seriously. I would neither knowingly use my position for personal gain, improper compensation from a village employee, or do anything that I believe violates the law or the ethics of this you expect from us. If there is an additional concern about something I have done, I'm willing to listen and address it. But I also believe I deserve to be treated fairly and to have the opportunity to explain my actions before reaching conclusions about my intentions. This situation has been hurtful because I care about this village very much. I care about the people that work for this village, and I also care about serving on this council. I don't want personal disagreements or misunderstandings to become something that divides us or damages someone's reputation. So tonight, I am asking for two things. First, I want the record to be clear about my intentions regarding the $20 gift. It was a personal thank you given from my own money and with no improper purpose or expectation attached to it. Secondly, going forward, I am asking we treat one another with respect and communicate directly when there is a concern. If someone believes I have done something wrong, I would rather have them come to me and talk to me about it and not go behind my back. I am not standing here because I want to fight. I'm standing here because I'm here because I believe in fairness, honesty, and treating people the way I would want to be treated. I'm willing to put this aside. I mean, put it aside and forget it and move forward. But I hope we can all learn that from this and remember that we are here for the same reason, to serve our village and the residents in this village. Thank you very much for listening. And that's why I'm sitting here.
I wondered if the finance committee had met with Matt or Amy prior to the decision to raise all utilities, just to review revenue and expenses before it happened?
No, they are not.
So does anyone know what expenses changed? What happened that we needed to raise? Does anyone know?
Well, again, the solicitor is going to put that in his report and explain everything that happened. And hopefully it clarifies some things. And then we'll go on from there. Kathy Seal.
I don't have anything right now.
Okay, Lori.
Nothing now, but I'd like to ask a question or two later as we get into things, if I may, if I have questions.
I have a couple things I'd like to say, if possible.
Sure.
Cheryl, personally, the one thing that I think that I took offense to was that you put from the council on it. And
I put the village council,
and
yes.
it wasn't a conversation with all of us.
It was a last minute thing that
That's-
happened.
Right, but that's where I feel, if you would have put your name on it, I think it would have been.
I didn't really want to
completely-
take the credit for it though. I wanted it from all of us because they did do a good
Well,
job.
I understand that, but even sending a message out like, hey, this is what I'm gonna do, would have maybe,
I appreciate that.
but doing it from
It was
the
not any
council,
intentions.
I felt blindsided as well because I didn't know that was happening. And so that was, my thing with that.
Then I have a question under that, I'm sorry. I didn't even know about this. How did y'all find this out?
Through the emails where I seen,
I didn't get an email.
I seen.
Anybody got the email?
You probably are getting lost like you did with me, Shelley.
I didn't get an email at
I
all.
didn't send the email, so I
No,
don't know
like-
who got it sent to, but
So who sent the email? I didn't get an email. Who sent the email?
I sent the email because
I don't got an email from you at all.
well, I put your name on it.
Then somebody can send me, so I can see my names on it, so I can correct the email address if need be? Can somebody show me the email?
I can get it to you later. But the reason I did it is because we all took the ethics class and it all said that we weren't supposed to give any
Well,
money.
that's fine, I just don't, I'm like,
I-
what are we
no,
talking about
You're
here?
fine. And one of the kids said to me, didn't you know that you guys all gave us $20? And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, well, you all gave us $20. It said from the council. And I said, I don't know anything about this. I had surgery on Wednesday and Friday I was in physical therapy. So I don't know anything about this. I was on pain medication and I was sitting at home afterwards and I was sleeping with an ice machine on my leg and I was out. So I said, I have verification from the doctor's office to my Uber driver to my nurse at home, so I was nowhere to be had. So we all know that we can't give money to kids or to anybody else, and we shouldn't be doing it, period.
So she would have just signed it Carol.
Yeah.
It'd have been fine.
Right.
Yeah. And I was just asking a question. I wasn't putting it out there to belittle anybody. I was merely asking a question. Is this legit? Because I wanted clarification.
I think it goes. I couldn't tell.
Well, I have one more thing, and it pertains to Shelley.
Okay.
Well, and besides that, I already got reamed over the coals about sending the email that I did from Cole Thomas, so.
it. We're not gonna turn this into a personal debate.
No.
Okay, well, my next question is Shelley, you
We're
know
not,
that
we're
you
not
sold
gonna
your
turn,
house.
no, we're gonna move on with the agenda.
No, she doesn't live here, she can't be sitting on council, it's not a personal debate at all, I'm just asking.
I can't answer. No?
I believe the solicitor is gonna address that as well.
Okay.
Well, then if I have questions, I'll ask them.
We'll move on to the fiscal officer report.
Okay. I passed out the reports I pass out every month, the cash summary by fund, the revenue balance, revenue status, and the appropriation status. We talked about vacation last month and how I did my vacation and how I loaded it up, and I did talk to the auditor and they said that that was fine that way. Next, we have delinquent accounts that we certified to the auditor. Do you wanna do these now, or?
You may as well.
So the first one is resolution 2026N, and it's water accounts.
So we just need to move for a motion to accept these resolutions.
You're not seeing it? It should be in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't see it.
It's NOP. So it's right after the minutes.
Where's this one's being
Ruthie put the wrong number on it. It's actually this one. She put Q on it and it should be N.
So Q is down.
Yes. So if you can find P, it doesn't tell you much, it just tells you that we're gonna certify, 4 delinquent accounts to the auditor for water.
But one was in.
It is.
All right, hold on.
So which one are we
So
looking
are
at?
we doing N or are we doing P?
We're doing N, you're right, that's electric. I can't find the rest of it. You guys only have P?
Go ahead then.
Mine was
I
stuck
got all of
together.
them, but
Okay,
I also have a Q.
that's the,
Oh, and it is to authorizing Doug Hay, county engineer, to prepare some.
I know Ruthie put the Q on it, it's supposed to be N.
Well, you told me, so what is M?
M is the OWPC, which is Doug Hay. It's the street project.
My M reads as for the electric utility.
Let me see.
N is for delinquent water accounts.
This is why I brought this book. Okay, so in my book, M is the OWPC, N is the water.
So M just didn't make it on the agenda.
No, it did not. I mean, that's supposed to be M, yeah.
So Q is still Q.
I have M being Don Hall trimming trees.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Let me see, I don't
Should
think
we back
Wanna
up?
look at it? Yeah, sure, look at it.
and that was an old one that we won't really go over,
Oh,
cause we did it last month.
okay. So it should be M then?
Should be. Yeah, well, I had all these straightened out, I guess not. So if you have M for the tree,
Yeah, right here.
I do not have
I think that they should just not vote on any of this.
Q,
We have it.
and that is an M that I gave you, correct?
yes,
But that is not for the trees,
yes it is.
is it?
Yep. It says electric on it, but it's for the trees.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so let's give that M.
For the
Trees
trees?
is M, yep.
Okay.
And then we'll leave the OWPC Q.
All right,
Sorry.
so move for motion to accept resolution 2026-M.
And,
M?
Yeah.
So M, and then it'll be,
oh, they passed that one last
that
time.
was passed, all right.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start, move for a motion to accept resolution 2026-N. Resolution directing the clerk to certify delinquent water accounts to the Hancock County Auditor for collection.
Why does it say approximately 3?
That's what it always says.
The other ones don't.
I just copied it from the old one, Jeff. You're saying that one is the only one that says approximately, the other ones do not?
Well, this one says, follow proper billing procedures, there is 3 such delinquent accounts.
I just used the old template, so that one didn't have it in there. I mean, in actuality, if somebody comes in and pays that amount before I certified it to the auditor, it won't go to the auditor. They do have a chance to pay it before, I do, before I send it to them. But it is, that's the amount it is. So it could be less than that if somebody pays.
So moved.
Second?
One second.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Angela?
Yep.
Jenny?
Yes.
Carol?
Yes.
Thank you.
Move for a motion to accept resolution 2026-O. A resolution directing the clerk to certify delinquent sanitary sewer accounts to the Hancock County Auditor for collection.
So moved.
Second.
Shelley?
Yes.
Jenny?
Yes.
Carol?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Move for a motion to accept resolution 2026-P, a resolution directing the clerk to certify delinquent electric accounts to the Hancock County Auditor for collection.
I pointed out a correction on this one that's as printed,
Mm-hmm.
so we need to make sure that is corrected prior to. We need to do anything different, the way she has it written right now.
At the bottom I had, the wrong mayor. Let's change the name of the mayor.
I don't think that material changes anything.
Okay.
All right, I'll make the motion then.
I'll second.
Jenny?
Yes.
Shelley?
Yes.
Angela?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Move for a motion to accept the resolution 2026-Q, a resolution authorizing WCK, PEPS, Hancock County Engineer, to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission, state capital improvement and/or local transportation improvement program or programs, and to execute contracts as required.
So moved.
I'll second.
Carol? Shelley?
Yes.
Angela?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
And then I have one more. I went to the auditor's office today and got our estimates of revenue. So that will be resolution R, not Q. And these are just the amounts that we turn into the auditor for what we expect to make next year. So I need a motion for that.
Move for a motion to accept resolution 2026-R.
Accepting
In front of us?
estimates. No, because I just got it today, Carol.
Okay.
It's just the estimates of what we're gonna, bring in next year.
To estimate
Estimates of revenue.
estimates of revenue.
That happens every year, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead and make the motions, and I got one thing to tell you about.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Steph?
Yes.
Angela?
Yes.
Jenny?
Yes.
Carol?
Yeah.
This is gonna be for you, Thomas. Our storm sewer levy is coming up, so we need to put it on the ballot. So I will need you, Thomas, to help me, do the legislation so we can put it on the ballot. I'd like to get it on the ballot in May, so, and that needs turned in by January.
Okay.
Okay? That's all I have.
Alright, we'll move on to the administrator report, who is not present tonight, so Amy will give his report.
So it looks like the receipts for water were $35,707.33. The expenses were $31,407.70. With a gain of $4,299.63. Receipts for sanitary is $9,409.17, with expenses of $9,997.40. With a loss of $588.23. The electric is receipts of $63,830.39 and expenses of $99,563.97, with a loss of $35,733.58, and that loss is from the tree trimming. That was $40,000. There were 35 delinquent accounts amounting to $9,721.88, and one person was disconnected for non-payment. Water good. The smoke test went well, found some problems, and are working on addressing issues, and letters have been sent out. Streets, Climate Vision contacted us, and they said they are ready to go, and I know that he talked to you about that, Cole. He also has the recloser on here, but I don't know what his quote was for it, so I don't have any information for it. That's all that.
So this is what he gave me for the camp.
Oh, yeah, let's see. Oh, okay, yep. If this is, this looks like this quote is a little smaller than the Hancock Wood one. I'm thinking that was closer to $980, and this is just under, at 77. Wasn't it 89, or wasn't it?
It was in the upper 80s. but
It was 89,
was
not
for
79?
A used piece of equipment as well.
So this is a much better, this is a better price all over, but let's see. I don't see anything here about it being used. Cost kind of breaks it down.
I wouldn't
It
think they
does
would.
say here that additional anticipated fees, AEP study cost could be 10,000. So I don't know if that was, I mean, that kind of brings you right back to where the other one is. But it makes more, I think it makes
Well,
sense for us
what
to
if
go
we
through
had
email.
that same test with Hancock Wood, wanting to put it on?
Mhm. But they could have put that in their quote, I don't know off the top of my head.
I don't remember
I mean,
ever hearing about having to have a study done or anything, through AEP. Granted, they supply us with the electricity. But it's our system at the metering, so it should be our system to install it on unless they would need.
I mean, I don't know, I would
specs or
assume
something
they
like
kinda
that.
might have done this before, but, to assume that that's something that we would need, I don't know. So I guess, I mean, if you guys wanna decide on moving forward with that, you can, I think that's why Matt wanted to bring it up.
What was the quote amount again?
77,500, and then I don't think that's including that 10,000 that, for the AEP study.
He asked me to bring it up, but he didn't say if it was urgent.
Yeah. I knew that it was something he wanted to bring up. But I don't know for sure if he expected, I mean, it is something he wants to move forward with, I do know that.
But he can wait a month.
It's all about, I mean, how's that gonna affect our community, yeah. They're the one that are gonna benefit from it the most.
They're just gonna burn up all their equipment and they told us before and he's gonna have to replace it all.
So does everybody wanna wait for Mr. Noel to clarify on this, or?
The other quote was only 6 something. I don't know, prices might have gone up, I don't know.
How do you make a decision? You don't even know.
I would like a little more information.
I would too.
Yep.
I don't. Pushing that back to next month.
I would like to do that. I'd like to find out what Matt knows about it. I don't think that price is gonna affect AMP. Typically they purchase supplies, kind of set up a whole bidding process, to purchase supplies. So they've probably got a set price that will get us through the end of the year for reclosers like that. So I would say that price should be good till December. So I don't think this, not doing anything this month is gonna affect us.
We'll move on to the solicitor report.
So, for the water increase ordinance from last month, I think, just for the people that are here, I think what it comes down to is just miscommunication. Marshall and I's understanding was that it was a motion to approve a new rate, and that would be prepared for an ordinance for this meeting. That's what I've done. Our understanding is that those have been sent out. I told Amy we will take responsibility for that. We should have ensured that everybody was on the same page as far as what was a motion, what was an ordinance, what is gonna go to the council next meeting. Talk with Amy on the process of getting the refunds, whatever the process is. She said she would talk to her account person,
I can speak to that when you're done.
accounting person. That being said, that being said, tonight would be the first reading for the ordinance to increase the water rates. On that, I made a mistake on the increases themselves. I think, and I have no idea if the math works out properly, but
He took it, there's a debt service and everybody took out, so that's why your numbers were matched.
okay, well, we will fix the numbers. When we read it tonight, we will read the correct numbers. I can re-prepare the ordinance for next meeting, so it'll be the second reading for next meeting and the third after tonight's meeting. Our policy, I talked with Marshall a little bit, don't change anything after tonight, especially because then you get into material changes, you can't materially change the legislation and for it to be approved. So, that being said, tonight will be the first reading, and moving on, so on and so forth. It sounds like the council was split 3-3. The mayor can break that tie after that third reading, because more than likely you're not gonna be able to suspend the rules and get 2/3 majority vote on that. So, that takes care of those ordinances.
So does the vote that happened last month count? Or are you, after 3 readings, going to re-vote?
So first and foremost, it's not your time to talk. That's gotta be done prior.
Okay.
I will answer the question, so,
Rude.
the question is, whether or not it passed. So the motion to approve the new rate passed, a increase in the rates. And this is the increase, this is the ordinance that's prepared, to begin that process of, affirming and actually passing that ordinance.
I don't think that answers
So
your
we're not
question.
raising either, not any of them until they're all free, because I thought the electric was.
I mean, I thought it worked for us.
So,
We haven't passed the legislation.
I know, this is, you told me electric was good the other day.
So I think just to be safe, because I have no idea, I think there's a lot of confusion going around. I think everything is gonna be read again. We're gonna go through.
So
probably
I shouldn't
3
assess
readings.
any rates
Correct.
increases yet, okay.
Correct. That's our position.
Okay, so let me go over that real quick.
Okay.
When I talked to Marshall, I had already sent everybody their electric bills with the rate increase on it. But I had not done that part in my accounting system, so I could go back in and take this 6% off. So my accounting has, I see confusion, so I wanna make sure that everybody understands. So your bills have the 6% on it. My system does not. I took the 6% off. I already sent your bills out. And so far, it's, most people are only seeing like a $2 difference. I'm sure some are more. So if you pay your bill, you pay what I sent you, you're gonna have a credit on your bill next month. And it's really gonna reflect what the rate increase would look like had you not, had I not taken it off. And then with the electric, I'm just gonna have to apply a credit for next month, everybody.
So that being said, our apologies from Marshall and I should have been more clear on what was the motion, what was an ordinance. You can lay blame wherever you want to lay blame, but that's how we're going to move forward. As far as the sewer rates, I talked with Matt. He's kind of working on different rates and things discussed back and forth last meeting on different rates for different living situations people have. So that won't be read tonight.
Yeah, I fixed that one.
Well, if you-
It's okay.
So give me a second.
Okay. I've also prepared a blink camera ordinance a resolution to take down the blink cameras. Also prepared the Metcalf Alley, vacating the alley for RPM. And there's 2 other ones that I prepared, the ordinance for the Yoakum contract. At last meeting that was approved by a motion to hire, I believe, Mr. Yoakum, is that what the business is, Yoakum website development or something. So that can be read tonight. Same thing with the Torque Tech, but I would mention with the Torque Tech, just make sure we put that $30 service charge instead of the $25 service charge. Also with those 2, because I look at them sort of related, there's ranges of cost. I believe in yours there's a range. What I did for the ordinance, I gave the upper range, so they've been approved to spend this amount. If that changes, or if there's a more solid dollar amount for whatever reason that you would have, just let us know. I can change that language for the second reading, moving forward with those. Same thing with the open contract. It went to the high range, I think it was $8,400, $8,300, whatever it was, to spend up to that amount. If something changes, we get a different dollar amount, we can change that for the second and third reading. But that's how I did those, because unfortunately you don't know exact dollar amounts right from the get-go. I believe that concludes my business.
No. Go ahead.
Yeah, go over the ordinances, right? That's how it's gonna break down.
Yes, we will.
This is the same. one you wrote, I just forgot. No, I talked to you, and I told you this is, that I had the information, this is how we broke it down. You guys can read it anyway.
Okay.
That's what we did, that's what I discussed with Matt before, and I did not rediscuss it with him today, so. I'm solid on that.
Amy's indicated that, Matt has indicated to her, he has updated the sewer rate language, so that will be read tonight. My understanding, my last conversation with Matt is that he wanted to develop those rates a little bit better for, certain residences in the area based on their.
There's a lot of, different circumstances
Sure.
with the sewers, so we had to come up with a little bit better plan, and we were printing bills, so we didn't have time. So we just put that off all together, and then this is, it's, $32.50 for the 200 cubic feet of water, and then 6 cents for, every cubic feet of water used after that. And there's some residents that do not have sewer, or they do not have water, and they will get billed for 400 cubic feet. And then there are also users that are on the outside, they don't go to the meter, they're on their line outside of town on Route 12. And they're a couple businesses, and they'll get billed for 600 cubic feet of water. Those are the three piles.
With that, I yield back.
So, first we will talk about ordinance 2026-6. We'll move for a motion to suspend the rules and declare an emergency. And this is an ordinance approving the residents of the village administrator to live outside the corporate limits of the village pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, section 735.271, and declaring an emergency.
I just wanted to allow Matt to live. Second?
I'll second.
Angela?
Yeah.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Jenny?
Yes.
Carol?
Yeah. I'm gonna motion. I got everybody to suspend the rules.
So move for a motion to approve ordinance 2026-6. An ordinance approving the residence of the village administrator outside the corporate limits of the village pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, section 735.271, and declaring an emergency.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Angela?
Yes.
Stephanie?
Yes.
Jenny? Yes. Carol?
Yes.
Okay, so the rate increases on those ordinances. We can suspend the rules and declare an emergency and pass those tonight, or we can go through the 3 reading process, which I think Cole and Marshall feel is a better avenue.
Again, you can, make that motion at the fails.
And that being said, then this will be the first reading, next regular meeting will be the second reading, the third regular meeting will be the final reading, and then we wait 30 days to implement those ordinances. So I'm gonna move for a motion to suspend the rules and declare an emergency for ordinance 2026-9, an ordinance establishing new water user rates for the water department of the village of Arcadia, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. With the rates, the water rate would be $55.50 for the first 200 cubic feet and $9.58 per 100 cubic feet after. And the outside rate would be $69.66 for the first 200 cubic feet and $12.61 for every 100 cubic feet after. And then the new bulk rate for water will be $13.99.
I thought you were doing 1, 2, 3 readings. I'm confused now.
Well, I'm just asking for emergency. If you guys don't, if 5 of you do not approve that, then we will just do the first reading.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't following, I was.
So I'm just gonna ask for it to be emergency. You don't necessarily have to emergency them. But the 3 readings then, these will be implemented with the passing in 4 months.
But the residents will still get a 30-day notice on their, bottom of their bill, no matter which way they go.
Once the 3rd reading is done, we have to wait 30 days to implement.
And
So
if we
then
did an
we're-
emergency, they still have to wait 30 days to implement?
Yes. Anybody wanna make a move? A motion for the emergency? No motions? Well, then we'll just move for a motion to have the first reading of ordinance 2026-9, an ordinance establishing new water user rates for the water department of the village of Arcadia, Ohio. Motion?
So moved.
Second.
I'll second it.
Angela?
No.
Steph?
Yes.
Jenny?
No.
Carol?
No.
Is that a tie?
It's a tie.
Then yes.
To read it.
So, I'm gonna again move for a motion to suspend the rules and declare emergency for ordinance number 2026-10, an ordinance establishing new sewer user rates for the village of Arcadia, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. Move for a motion to accept first reading of ordinance 2026-10, an ordinance establishing new sewer rates for the village of Arcadia, Ohio.
Did you? Never mind, I see them down here at the bottom. These are the correct rates and you're correct.
Do you have the long one, Steph, or the short one?
Long
You
one?
got the long one, right?
This is first reading, correct?
Yes.
I'll make the motion.
Second?
I'll second it.
Angela?
No.
Steph?
No.
Jenny?
No.
Carol?
No.
That is not a tie.
And then we will move for a motion to suspend the rules and declare an emergency on ordinance 2026-11, an ordinance establishing a new monthly electric service charge for the village of Arcadia, Ohio, and declaring an emergency. Does anyone want to do the emergency? Move for motion to do the first reading of ordinance 2026-11, an ordinance establishing a new monthly electric service charge for the village of Arcadia, Ohio. Motion?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Is this $20, is that increased or not, or just, it's established,
5 is
is the regular, right?
what it is now.
Okay,
The 20 would be with
You're
the
raising it?
additional 15 for
okay,
the service.
okay, all right.
Yep.
It's just making it a little bit more helpful,
To understand, yeah.
okay, very good. I make a motion to raise it.
Second?
I'll second it.
Angela?
No.
Stephanie?
No.
Jenny?
No.
Jeff?
So it's 4-2. So I believe that's it, right? Or you want to do these?
Yeah. Are we keeping these numbers the way they are? No?
We have to say 30 instead of 25. Okay, so we're moving for a motion to suspend the rules, declare an emergency for ordinance 2026-12, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Torque Tech Solutions LLC for the migration, configuration, licensing, backup, management of the village of Arcadia's Microsoft 360 email system. Authorizing the expenditure of funds, incorporating the proposal as Exhibit A, and declaring an emergency. And this is, instead of a $25 fee, it is now because of price increases, a $30 rate.
What number was this?
2026-12.
It doesn't have a 12 on it though.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
No, that's why I was asking.
It's for Torque Tech.
Oh, that's the ones you did, right?
Correct. Yes, these are the ones from last month that he made the legislation for.
That's already done, right? This one first, right? This is too many ordinances. I had it buried, didn't I? I had it buried, no cutting it. Doing the shuffle, yeah. Yeah. Hudson. And that's Yoker. Oh, okay, that's Yoker. That's not it.
Yeah, for a motion.
The motion is to suspend the rules and declare an emergency.
It's right underneath here. That's 12, right?
So moved.
I'll second. Carol,
Yes.
Shelley,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
Steph.
Yes.
Move for motion to accept ordinance 2026-12, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Port Tech Solutions LLC for the migration, configuration, licensing, backup, and management of the Village of Arcadia's Microsoft 365 email system, authorizing the expenditure of funds, incorporating the proposal as Exhibit A.
So moved. Second.
I'll second it.
Steph got it.
Oh, did you?
Shelley,
Yes.
Jenny,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Jeff.
Yes.
How many more we got to go?
And then I move for a motion to suspend the rules, declare emergency for ordinance 2026-13. An ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Open Communication Group for the design, development, hosting, and management of the Village of Arcadia website, authorizing the expenditure of funds, incorporating the proposal as Exhibit A, and declaring an emergency.
What number is that one?
2026-13.
13, okay.
This is to declare emergency. Don't declare emergency, the website will get worked on in 4 months.
I have a question, did everybody look at all 3 different, quotes that were given out?
Yeah. And then it was determined that one didn't have certifications, apparently. Seth didn't have ADA compliant certifications. And then Mr. Yoakum came and gave a presentation in council, theoretically accepted that, and asked legal counsel to bring legislation for that.
So Steph, that one that you sent, what was wrong with that one?
You said that they didn't have they didn't have,
That was what was stated in the meeting.
I sent it out a long time ago, and then I sent it out again as a reminder.
And it was quite a bit less.
I think there's a bit of a legal issue, I guess, with approving a motion at last meeting and then not bringing it up for an ordinance like council intended. So if you can argue whether or not you want to hire Yoakum or not, that can be fleshed out with 3 readings and voting it down. But that's got to be presented to council because you approved the motion to do so.
Make a motion last meeting.
So the motion was to suspend rules and declare emergency. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second?
No second? Move for a motion to have the first reading of ordinance 2026-13, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with the Open Communication Group for the design, development, hosting, and management of the Village of Arcadia website, authorizing the expenditure of funds, incorporating the proposal as Exhibit A. Motion,
I'll make a motion.
second? For the first reading.
Second.
Angela?
No.
Stephanie?
No.
Jenny?
Nope.
Jeff?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, we'll move for a motion to suspend the rules and declare an emergency for ordinance 2026-14, an ordinance vacating a public alley located between Hancock County parcel numbers 530001345550, 530001013664, and 530001013665 in the Village of Arcadia and declaring an emergency.
So moved.
Second. And this is to suspend the rules?
Yes.
Second.
Angela already said it. Oh, Angela did, I thought it was Steph.
Steph made the
Oh,
motion.
Stephanie Angela, okay. Shelley?
Yes.
Jenny? Yes. Carol?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
Now we'll move for a motion to accept ordinance 2026-14, an ordinance vacating a public alley located between Hancock County parcel numbers in the Village of Arcadia, Ohio.
So moved. Second.
Shelley?
Yes.
Jenny? Yes. Carol?
Yes.
Jeff?
Yes.
And this is, move for a motion to accept resolution 2026-S, which is a resolution authorizing and directing the village administrator to remove certain blank video surveillance cameras from the village property while maintaining the village's other video surveillance cameras and systems and declaring an emergency.
What are the certain blank cameras? Says there are certain blank video cameras.
It would be all blank cameras.
So we don't have anything inside?
We have 1, 2, 3,
These are the other,
but it only says certain in the resolution.
If you take off all the blink cameras, there's no cameras inside.
yeah, there's cameras inside.
Two.
There's 2 cameras inside.
There's one in your office. Yes, that's by the printer that faces. towards the front door. And it covers the safe? No. I mean, I have an accounting degree and I feel like that's not safe, but.
Motion.
So moved.
I'll second it.
Jenny? Yes. Shelley?
Yes.
Angela?
Nope.
Beth?
No.
Move for a motion to accept resolution 2026-S, resolution authorizing and directing the village administrator to remove certain blank video surveillance cameras from the village property while maintaining the village's other video surveillance cameras and systems.
Oh, I have a question for you. It says remove certain, so do we have to go by certain instead of all?
So my understanding is that certain is more of a legal term, so not just certain ones, certain being the blink cameras. My understanding is that cameras were put in at one time, new cameras were installed, this is for removal of the blink cameras. My understanding is those are the original ones installed.
You need a motion?
Yeah, just to accept.
Yeah, to accept, yeah. I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
So, are we just now voting to accept? So, the emergency did not pass, so we'll move for a motion to do the first reading for resolution 2026-S. The resolution authorizing and directing the village administrator to remove certain blank video surveillance cameras from village property while maintaining the village's other video surveillance cameras and systems. Motion?
Yes.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Angela?
No.
Steph?
No.
Jenny?
Yes.
Carol?
Yes.
And then I guess we're done with those, right? We got any more ordinances? All right. We'll move on to the mayor report.
Angela had a question.
Oh,
about this
yes, we
resolution.
have another question about the residency of Shelley Hill. You got your question, Angela?
I was asking how she was on the council and she didn't live in town, and he said that he was gonna discuss that under his section.
My apologies. I believe Marshall looked into this a month or two ago, and there's no issue with that.
How is there no issue?
I think it's spelled out under the ORC. I don't know the code offhand, but he's not establishing a new residence permanently outside the village. Just building a house is not, that's the case? Okay. Yeah, there's no issue. He's not establishing a new.
Could you get me the ORC number? Because when I looked it up under the ORC, it definitively said effective immediately as soon as you move out, even if you're building a house. But she has no property in that.
Again, she's not establishing a domicile outside the village.
But she vacated her domicile in the village,
I don't understand what this is saying.
So a domicile
is where she lives.
and intends to remain indefinitely. She intends to remain indefinitely in the village.
If you wish to speak, you need to be recognized.
Well, then the
So
laws.
that is the answer to that question.
Well, I would like to read the ORC so I can look into it.
Here you go. You can read all that so you can see how wrong you are.
Because when I looked it up, it said effective immediately. It didn't matter if she intends to come back or not, because something could happen. No offense, I'm not saying anything, Shelley, but something could happen to Dave, something could happen to you, and you might not be able to build. I mean, you know,
If that's
anything
the
could
case,
happen.
if that's the case, that would be a different situation with a different outcome.
Right, but
But my
you can't-
intention was to stay in my house
he was
until
a
my house
lawyer.
was built around the corner. However,
I
it's
think
sold
council should get to
within
vote.
less than 24 hours. They are
that.
starting my
The law
house
says
on
council
Monday,
doesn't
Thursday,
vote. She
Friday.
vacated her seat.
If my roof
Every
will
vote
go
she's
off,
made this entire time
and
is
I have to
invalid.
move because I had no roof, and and I would be out for a year or two because my roof blows off the storm, so does most everybody else's. I did not choose for this to be this way. I chose to live in my house until my new one was done. I actually wanted to make sure I was okay doing so before I signed.
We
I
will,
have a question for Cole.
he wants to hold an executive session, and so we will discuss that in executive session. On to the mayor's report. Amy, did you and Ruthie get with the?
Yeah, so Ruthie, it was just an initial, like letting the foundation know what our interest was, so yes, Ruthie turned in 3 different, playground
I have
quotes.
information for you.
Oh, Stephanie's got more information than me.
Sorry. Ruthie and I went through and sorry, she sent me a text, she's at home with a migraine headache. We went through and said we wanted to, go with the $25,000 or $30,000 playground just for the time being, but we would like to go with the more expensive one if the council's willing to put money there for the adaptive playground equipment. We have $500 from Heart and Soul to put with it, and at the Community Foundation, we were awarded the $25,000. I have new quotes here. We tried to get one company to waive their shipping fee, but they wouldn't do it because all the other ones did. And then she said she is also going to, we want to look into, because I looked at, well, Amy, Ruthie and I all looked at the Fostoria one, and they had community help that built everything or donated toward it. So that's what we would like to do as well, to see if we can get things done for it, so that it doesn't cost us up to $50,000 or $90,000. We wanna get that stuff done so that we can have more accessible playground equipment for those kids that are in need. And so there's $22,000, $24,000, and $30,000, and then we have, they put them back to back. This was the highest, yeah, this was the highest end one, and it was, oh, where did they put these things, at the very end? It was $123,092, but that price changed, so there are these for you to look at. There's the first version and there's the second version, so there's those for you guys to look at. So she wants council to put some money towards it and see if we can have some people donate time and energy so that we can
Would this
get the
be,
better.
would this be replacing the small one we have here? So new surface and everything?
And they would do all that.
This picture looks like it.
Stephanie, do you remember if it was the kind of surface that we have now, or if some of those surfaces were the mulch?
It was not mulch, it was like the
It was all
rubber
the stuff
surface
like we
where
have,
it was
okay.
super soft and kind of bouncy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it had the in-ground merry-go-round so that anybody that has a wheelchair can get in there or has a walker, whatever it may be. And then 2 handicap swings. Then there was,
One of them had the playground, is that one, the merry-go-round,
yeah, the
the
merry-go,
flat one?
something else. And I had asked, just out of curiosity, if maybe we could keep the big slide and the original merry-go-round, because those are the only 2 original pieces that we have left from that park over there.
I think our insurance company's been telling us for years that
No, they have not, Jeff.
merry-go-round.
They said if it goes, it goes, but as long as it's there, we get to keep it.
Well,
Well, there
I'm
you
not
go.
saying they
As long as
have,
we keep it.
Is there a grant that could possibly help us with this?
That's what she's talking about.
There's only one grant out there right now for it?
We got a $25,000 grant.
Okay.
And then we have 500 from Heart and Soul,
Okay,
and we're looking to see if we can get another grant. What'd she say? She was, we tried to look at seeing if there were any other grants out there, but as of right now, there were none, but she was, 25,500 is what we have. Yeah. But, yeah, there's no other grants right now. We were gonna try and look at like Blanchard Valley, but they said they don't have any grants. But we took a picture of all the people that donated to Fostorians, and we were like, why can't we get some people to help us out? So,
And we are kinda in the middle of those places, so it'd be a nice location.
Yeah.
And a smaller area. And that one is like the same one, it looks like a different one, but it's the same one, just different views.
yeah, that's all the same thing, but just different views of it. But we have to give,
That's 91, how much is that?
we have to give Chamber of Commerce, who is it, Amy, help me with my
Oh, Community Foundation.
Community Foundation. We have to let them know exactly which one we're picking and when we're gonna start this project as soon as possible, and if we're gonna put any money with it. Cause we just gave them the bare minimum to say, yes, this is what we're gonna do.
This one is just mulch only, it appears.
I thought maybe they weren't all.
$91,000 one.
That one is. But the ones we were looking at were not.
Is that considerably bigger maybe?
Well, this was 125,000 or 123,000, and it was mulch and
This was,
surface.
oh,
I just don't know whether we can afford $125,000 playground.
Can't afford a $4,000 website.
What's that?
I said if we can afford a $4,000 website,
well, like surface turf and mulch was 21,000. On this one, installation is 28. You can put it together, right, Jeff? Why is he shaking his head now?
Jeff Hanna Construction.
But they come with instructions.
Those are newly updated that I just grabbed off her desk tonight compared to what she had given
That's
me a
the-
while ago, so.
And,
I mean,
around.
I personally think we need to do something, you know, the rubber surface down there's in pretty poor shape.
Yeah.
And I mean, I personally feel the village needs to throw some money at it, so.
Well, unfortunately, the finance committee doesn't have time to meet to say, yeah, we could throw this much money at it or not, because we have to give them an answer beginning of next week.
Who do we need to give the answer to?
Community Foundation.
For the grant. So we
For-
haven't been
for
given
ex-
the grant yet.
No, we have, but to tell them exactly which one we're going to do and how much money is gonna be spent. Cause we applied for just like the $30,000 one,
25.
25, 30, whichever one it was.
That's this one here in the blue, the 24.
Yeah. And there was one that was 30. What was the difference between the 25 and the 30?
I don't think I've seen those
That
ones.
was 24, this one's 22, and this one's 30.
So why can't we just get this one in our budget?
Okay.
I mean, I personally think we should be able to throw some at it. I mean, that one's what, 24,000, that would be covered by the grant.
Yeah.
I think we need to throw a little bit, and if we could find something in the, I'd say $35,000 range,
That one
that would
comes.
be,
Then get some help with it.
I mean, I would
Does
like
this have new
to,
surface too, Jenny?
I would like to see the village spend, you know,
So like Jeff, this one
10,000 or
doesn't
so
have
on it.
this doesn't have a surface. So, I mean, that would be our investment if we, one of these cheaper ones, part of the reason it's cheaper is there's no surface.
so would we have to contract with another company to install the surface?
Um,
Or would they
I
be able
would-
to install?
Look there and tell me if you see surface.
Yeah, they do.
You do?
Well, this one does.
Oh, it says engineered wood fiber playground safety service,
$2,000.
surfacing delivered. I take it back, say they do have service. I was gonna
Is there-
say, I don't know why they wouldn't.
Is there an upgrade?
Well, like this one doesn't have the handicap seats, swings.
Oh, Ruthie said we also, because I looked at my notes, beautification, we do have some money in beautification that we can use too. I don't know how much.
We can just buy them.
I'm just saying.
Can I ask a question? Have you guys ever thought of canvassing the town, going to the businesses, going to the school groups, like the PTA, going to your church groups? And I say that because way back when I was director of the Trinity Lutheran Child Care Center, we had to move and get really good equipment for the children. This makeshift stuff that everybody had donated only lasted so long. So I went around, Kathy, God bless you, donated a bunch of money for us, all the town, and it all came from the town. And this was for our town daycare in Trinity Lutheran. You're talking about a park there that everybody sees. And when you drive by and you see kids playing, you say, I did that, so the PTO would want to get on board. I bet your Boy Scouts would get on board. I think you have all kinds of groups and people, your church groups, the sewing circle, just all kinds. Individuals gave to us that, and we raised so much money, and we got all new tables and chairs. We got all kinds of equipment, and that was just the kindness of people who saw the need, which we need that bad. That's not safe. And you have ownership of it, and everybody will see it, and everybody will have a part, and everybody that gives, what's gonna cost to put a sign out there that says, thank you, God bless you for giving, and
Right.
listing who gave it. I think you could get a bunch of money. I really do, because I found a lot of success. Got a lot of camp seals out there. That would get money. But I really encourage you to do that. So I would encourage you to up what you're going for and have a goal, have a drive, really publicize it. And I know it's tough times. I know it is, but this is for our kids. And it's ours, it's our families. Everybody takes part of it.
Does construction need to be in 2027?
That I am
That's a good
not,
question.
I'm not sure of. I'm sorry.
But we need to decide tonight on a number.
From what she said to me, she needs to know what council's willing to throw at it so that we can move forward with this. To tell her. From when we talked last time, just to give you a ballpark idea, we looked at the most expensive one. And she and I ran numbers together, and it was, but we couldn't get the freight free, so that was still freight. We figured there was a gap of $90,000. And that was $123,092.
Do we have $90,000 we can spend on playground equipment?
And we were hoping we could get
Looking at
people,
you.
I know you are.
we were hoping we could get people to help donate and lower that.
I mean, that's all well and great, but you can't
That's a pretty
predict that.
big, that's a
Exactly.
pretty big chunk
I
then.
mean, yeah, I mean, you could say, yeah, maybe we get 10,000, you know.
Yeah. And that's a lot actually. to
It
think
is.
you get.
It is. I mean, we don't have a huge community of people to go out and you know, solicit for that. So I don't think we can expect $50,000 in donations on a $100,000 park.
But we took pictures of Fostoria's to see who all donated to theirs, and they had people from Blanchard Valley that donated to theirs, and Wood County, and
There are some, there are some Hancock County businesses that give money a lot.
right.
I mean, I don't know if you wanna invest in seeing what you can conjure up in a week.
I don't know.
Well, Astoria is situated where there are 3 counties too.
And was theirs all-inclusive though? That the entire park was kind of
Yeah,
set towards the all-inclusive
It
type
really
stuff?
was.
So that's probably where Blanchard Valley was able to support that. And they might support something like this.
We checked with them and they said they don't have any grants at this time. Cause
And
we
it might
checked
just
with
be
them
the
like
end of the-
right away.
end of the year kind of thing.
And how proud Fostoria is
Mhm.
that we can be proud of ours too.
Anybody wanna make a motion on any of the proposed estimates, votes?
I mean, I know this is after the fact, but I guess I would have liked to seen something maybe mid-range there somewhere in the $50-ish thousand stuff that, if we're getting a $25,000 grant, I mean,
Well, does that seem reasonable to, kind of pick a number that you would also incorporate into it? And Ruthie and Stephanie could look into, systems that were more in that.
Back then, what I would suggest to you is you have certain things, if you're going to start with the base unit and add to it, have what you're going to add to it. Have a picture of it, blow it up, tell everybody about it, because what people will do is they will latch on and say, we're gonna get this for you, we're gonna come up with the money. That's how I was able to do it. I had everything of what table, every single chair, everything that we needed. I went to Kathy and I said, can you help us on any of this stuff? And people would buy a table, individuals bought a chair. That's how it was done, because they saw what you could get with it. If you're just gonna say, we'd like to add to it and we'd like more money, would you give? When you have when you have something to show people, you get them going, and they'll work hard to achieve it. So that would be my suggestion.
so what was the closest we had to mid-range there? 30,000?
The 30,000 was the closest mid-range.
I never seen that quote.
It's in one of these, there's a 32, yeah, one of these ones.
It's bluegrass at the top.
These bluegrass. There's a 22,
And that
30.
That one's not mulch.
And that one's 25. And these ones are 90 and 120.
So they're willing to donate $11,000 worth of shipping?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
11,000?
1,100.
11,049.
Oh, yeah, 11,000, sorry.
This freight is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was saying, these freights are like a few thousand. Yeah, I think they just did that to make it look good, that's crazy.
Okay, what do you need?
I mean, if you wanna say, okay, we can go up to $50,000, that's 30 plus whatever money we have in beautification. Cause we know we have 25.5 and we have money in beautification, which is think she said 86 or 86 feet. So that would pretty much be that whole playground.
Cole's suggesting that we advertise for a special meeting next Monday. If you guys want to get some more numbers together.
So does this $30,000 one have any inclusive stuff in
Yeah.
it? Because it's using engineered wood fiber as a safety surface. That to me seems like it will be really difficult to navigate.
It's got the wheelchair ramp. If you look at the blueprint. Playground surfacing, containment borders with wheelchair access ramp. And then there's a place over here where it has a picture of a wheelchair where they can do some things. And it's got things down at their level. It's not a whole lot for your money.
No, them pieces of equipment are really expensive.
Yeah.
Do we have time if we push this back to next Monday stuff?
I would think so. That's the 24th, right? Yes.
I would like to know what this would cost with a rubber surface. Cause I'm
So you don't think
concerned.
that 30,000 one is like a rubber surface? Do you think it's
It
mulch?
says 90 cubic yards of engineered wood fibered playground safety surface delivered. So I'm guessing it's some kind of wood fiber something. And it's 90 yards, so they're selling it basically by the dump truck.
I just figured since they put on the picture, the wheelchair thing, that it would be accessible
Well,
for wheelchairs. That's what I would assume, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm asking.
And I look at this, which is the wheelchair sitting here, but then if I turn a couple pages, there's a wheelchair ramp here, getting you onto the surface, but I don't know how that surface is gonna lay.
Right.
I mean,
That's
if
what I was
it's,
asking, because I think it needs to be for a wheelchair or a walker.
I do
or
too,
whatever.
I think if we're gonna do this, it needs to be as inclusive as we can make it.
So do you guys wanna meet next Monday?
What time?
Would you like to discuss it next Monday?
Sure.
I think so.
I'm trying to reach out to Ruthie, but she's not answering, so we can do that.
Okay. So we'll have Amy set a special meeting next Monday to discuss upgrades to the park.
What did we say, what time?
6 o'clock, good for everybody again?
5:30?
5:30?
5:30?
Is that too close for you, Steph?
That's a little close.
6.
Sorry.
Boo. That's fine.
Alright. We are moving on to the finance committee report. No finance committee report?
No.
Infrastructure committee,
Did not meet.
PRPR,
We were supposed to meet, but we had a conversation and none of us really knew what questions we needed to be asking for this website thing. So we did not meet. We actually pondered whether or not we even need the website at the cost of $9,000.
And so we've basically covered old business except for the TNR contract. Does anybody have information on that they want to discuss? No? All right, we have no new business. And I ask now that we move for motion to enter into executive session.
So
And discuss, complaint from the solicitor.
So I got, second,
Second. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Angela? Yeah. Stephanie?
Yes.
Jenny, yes. No. I don't know what we're talking about, but even if we were, she wouldn't have. All right, you wanted her. But she, it's like a pet peeve for me.
You can adjust your thing.
I'm not allowed to speak. I'm not allowed to speak. Only people on his side's allowed to speak.
Me all day.
So during executive session, there was no action taken. And we can now move for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
She doesn't get to make a motion, she's not on council.
Yes. Stephanie?
Yes.
Angela?
Yeah, I thought she did too.
She did.
Shelley?
That's okay.
I heard Jeff second, so.
Oh.
Did you second or am I
I,
just making
I
stuff
did,
up?
but
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Shelley. So, adjourn.
Hey, Cole. So during the meeting, you said that I was not allowed to speak out of turn, but Teresa Margraf spoke out of turn quite a few times, so.
So she was recognized.
No, she wasn't. I was watching. We can watch the video if you'd like.
That's because we oppose.
Just be respectful.
Is it because we oppose, or is it because